A couple months into her career, and people are already starting to say it.
Caitlin Clark is starting to push A'ja Wilson for MVP of this league, and I am not exaggerating.
Caitlin Clark. I think she should be up for MVP. Rookie of the Year, foregone conclusion. But I think MVP. Now, I'm going to look at this the way I did with Michael Jordan.
Caitlin Clark is the most valuable player in the WNBA. Is it too soon for her? You tell us. But you won't believe the latest record she just broke, because it's already sold Skip Bayless.
Because I don't see anybody control a game the way Caitlin can.
A'ja Wilson already has 2 MVPs under her belt, as well as the last 2 WNBA titles. But her aces are slipping, despite her insane run to start the season. We'll break down her season in a moment, because what Clark has done is so far beyond what anyone expected. And honestly, Skip thinks she could do more if she wanted to start ball hogging.
She defers to her vets. She's got horrendous pressure on her not to be a diva, not to look like she's trying to be something more than she should be as a rookie. I appreciate that. But Caitlin, you're really not a rookie anymore. Just shoot it in the fourth quarter.
For a while there, it looked like the Rookie of the Year might be close. And then Clark dominated Angel Reese again. After Reese's untimely injury, the debate is over. But one more debate just started.
I'm sorry. It's gotten to the point where Rookie of the Year is over 2-3 weeks ago. All of a sudden, Caitlin Clark is starting to push A'ja Wilson for MVP of this league, and I am not exaggerating. She is starting to push A'ja as the best player in the league because I don't see anybody control a game the way Caitlin can.
Clark has already broken so many WNBA statistics, but one of them might actually blow your mind.
Caitlin decided not to shoot. Mitchell will hits the three.
Oh my goodness!
We're tied again.
This is incredible.
A few months back, Caitlin Clark set a WNBA record against the Wings with 19 assists. Not a rookie record, a record. And that's not even the stat that's gonna blow your mind, because you already know she's the best passer in the league. She's leading the WNBA in the stat as a rookie with 8.5 per game. But she's also one of the best scorers in the league already, averaging 19.2 points per game on the season so far. And here is where it gets crazy. She has already tied the WNBA career record with 5 25-point, 10-assist games. She's less than 40 games into her career. Her current co-record holder, Sabrina Ionescu, has the record in 138 games. You think it's going to be tied for that much longer? Caitlin Clark is putting up massive stats while bringing a team that just had the #1 pick to the playoffs. But what about A'ja Wilson? Because if you haven't been paying attention the last few weeks, you're going to be shocked at how far she has fallen. Right now, A'ja Wilson is averaging 27.32 points per game. Just a heads up, that is a WNBA record. Over 2 points more than the previous record holder, 2006 Diana Taurasi. Along with her 11.9 boards and 2.7 blocks, she has been the all-caps best player alive for the last few years. When she beat Breanna Stewart in the finals last year, the trophy was hers. So why exactly is Clark lapping her this year? The Aces this season have been far below their standards, bouncing between 4th and 5th in the standings. The Fever, on the other hand, have been shooting up in the standings because of one person and one person only, Caitlin Clark. A'ja has the benefit of superstar Kelsey Plum and a killer team around her. Clark? Not so much. After all, what is the definition of MVP? Shouldn't it be the biggest floor raiser in the league? And isn't that what Clark is doing? Just wait till you hear what radio legend Dan Patrick has to say about it.
Caitlin Clark. I think she should be up for MVP. Rookie of the Year, foregone conclusion. But I think MVP. Now, I'm going to look at this the way I did with Michael Jordan. Now, she's not the Michael Jordan of her sport as far as athleticism, playing, dominating. But A'ja Wilson is the best player in the game. Not even a debate. But I'm talking about value now. Value to a franchise, value to a league, getting your team in the playoffs. They had the #1 pick. They were the worst team last year, and there is value that I can attach to that.
Clark has a tangible, legit stat that you can point to and say she is the best. An increase in wins. Does A'ja have that? Sure, the stats are staggering, but has she been more valuable to the Aces than Clark has been to the Fever? After seeing the full Caitlin Clark effect, no way you're gonna think that. Clark has the instincts of a superstar already, despite being in year 1. Sure, we can point to basic counting stats, like her assists and points, or even talk about her being 5th in efficiency, despite playing a position that isn't favorable to that stat. But how about a few team stats instead? The Indiana Fever are 3rd in points per game, 4th in rebounds per game, and 4th in assists per game. Maybe even more importantly, they are 1st in field goal percentage. You know what they were last year? 7th in points, 7th in rebounds, 6th in field goal percentage, and 11th in assists. A rookie has turned a professional basketball team into a well-oiled machine that gets a lot of clean shots, passes the ball around, and scores at a very efficient rate. Just like Steph Curry a few years back, her sheer gravity drags defenders far from the hoop. She hits 37% of her shots from 30 to 34 feet out. That's about 6 to 10 feet longer than the NBA three-point line, where seasoned pros like Ben Simmons have hit 13.9%. Some people think it's a little early for the conversation, especially after she hasn't hit one specific milestone.
And I think that's commendable. I think she's a unicorn. She's doing everything I thought she was gonna do and more, like win the MVP.
You think Caitlin
That's
Clark?
not going to happen this year, but it could happen very soon.
I mean, it's great for the conversation. I mean, for the W itself.
Putting her in the conversation is absolutely.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt.
Not
But
mad
just
at that at
imagine
all.
if they'd put her on an Olympic team, and then she'd have gotten the game and helped them win some games.
Is Gil's crew right? Would it be weird for her to win MVP in the same year she was left off the Olympic team? That would be almost as weird as winning finals MVP and then missing the Olympics. Anyway, there are a million reasons why she missed the Olympics, mostly because of the weird timing of the WNBA season and the NCAA season. But one thing is for certain, this conversation is really good for the WNBA. Every single stat points to Caitlin Clark single-handedly raising the WNBA stock. Ever since she did this to Louisville 18 months ago, people have been tuning in to see her show. Clark's games have garnered more views than any team in WNBA history, and the TV deals are proving it. She got the women chartered flights, higher salaries, and more exposure. So in that sense, she is literally the most valuable player. Now, most financial value isn't really part of the equation. If you think it should be, by all means, let us know in the comments. But when we break down A'ja and Clark's MVP cases, who wins out? In one corner, you have Caitlin Clark. She dragged a previously sorry team all the way to the playoffs and might even end up a top 5 seed. She had the first rookie triple-double, and then the second. She's already broken every rookie record out there, and she's already set a few WNBA assist records while she's at it. She controls the game like nobody in the league, rookie or otherwise. A'ja Wilson, on the other hand, is a dominant force. A few months ago, when the Aces were still rolling, there were even some comparisons some people called blasphemous.
Look at the numbers, the dominance in the midst of championships. A'ja Wilson's run is only comparable right now to prime Shaquille O'Neal.
Honestly, she might be underselling it. Shaq never set the regular season scoring record. Shaq never had 2 more points per game than the next guy in the league. Shaq never led the league in blocks. Now, she is not Shaq, but comparing her and the next closest post player in the league to Shaq and the next closest post player in the 2000s NBA isn't crazy. She was on a dominant run and her team started to slip. That happened to Shaq in 2001, and then his team ripped off one of the greatest playoff performances ever. It happens. Great teams get bored with the regular season. And it's not like the Aces suck. They're still the 4th seed. So is Caitlin Clark the MVP, or are we just buying the hype of a really good stretch of ball? If she doesn't win this year, one thing's for sure. That first MVP ain't too far away. So who you got, Clark or A'ja? Let us know in the comments and watch one of these videos next. Listen to the Wrong Opinion, Useless NBA Trivia, and Garbage Rankings for more NBA content.